Today we made elk sausages, and we got them all smoked and everything's good. They taste wonderful. We're letting them cool off in the smoker right now. But every Christmas I try to make my friends and neighbors something different. This is my favorite cookbook for Christmas time. I've made so many recipes out of this. I have no idea where I came across this, probably at Rags and Wags, a secondhand store here in Salmon. Today I'm going to show you how to make hot and sweet mustard. It's one of the easiest things to make, and every place I brought it to, they really like it, and we'll get started here in a second.
Okay.
These are the eggs that I get from my hens. I guess I have to put them up higher. They're kind of weird, sparkly looking, odd eggs. They look like this. Sometimes I get them looking like this, and sometimes they're all spotted like that. They're farm fresh eggs. So
what kind of chickens are they?
I don't remember.
Whoops.
I don't know. They're chickens. Oh, I know what they are. They're Welsh Summers. And I have the rooster is one of the prettiest roosters. He was the one that you see on the cornflake box. And I also have little Banny rooster that looks just like him. And they both think they're top dog, but really the big one is much better. Okay, to start with, you want to use a double boiler because you are using eggs in it. And so I got my water going. You want it to simmer, but you don't want it touching the bottom of your pan here. And right now I put in 4 of my weird eggs. And then I wisp it, kind of wisp them a bit, like that. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not good at this. Like that. So I have 4 eggs. A half a cup of sugar. It does seem kind of odd. 1 stick of butter. I use unsalted butter. You can use whatever you want. They just had a big sale on unsalted butter, so I bought a bunch of it. Gary calls me a butter hoarder. A cup of apple cider vinegar. And now I'll put this on the heat here. It's starting to boil a little bit, so I want to turn it down. And then, of course, you have to have your gin and tonic while you're stirring. And then you put in this Colman's mustard, and this one is 57 grams, and you put, or 2 ounces. You put the whole thing in. So I can get it to open up. There's your mustard. You put this whole thing in. And you add 1½ teaspoons of cayenne pepper. I have used different peppers just to try it out to see what it likes. This is still actually the best. And you can put about a teaspoon of salt. I really don't. That's kind of up to you. Or you can put more in. I really don't measure. And if you want, I just kind of put a tiny bit of salt and that's it. So the hardest part with this right now is you're going to sit here and stir this. It'll take 10 to 15 minutes. You can't let it boil because obviously with the eggs in there it'll turn to scrambled eggs and stuff. So all you do is sit there and stir it, and then in about 10, 15, 20 minutes, somewhere right around there, it'll get really, really thick. And then I'll show you what it looks like when it gets really thick and when it's done. But make sure you do have your glass of gin because you're going to be standing here stirring it for a while, and it kind of makes the time go quicker. Well, see you here in a little bit. After stirring it for about 10 to 15 minutes, it gets really thick. It starts to thicken up, and then you're done. And that's all there is to it. But I said the number one thing you got to remember, because you do have eggs in it, you got to keep stirring it. Otherwise, you're going to end up with scrambled eggs with a lot of mustard in it and stuff. So now all I got to do is put it in my jar. And that's what it looks like when you're done. It's great on, the best thing we've had it says to dip pretzels in it, and they're good. I bet, I make these breadsticks, and they're real easy to make too. I bet if I made the breadsticks and made them thinner and did like pretzels and baked them, it would be the same thing as regular pretzels. It's a great dip for that. It's a great dip for meat. We did, we had a ham and a prime rib for Christmas dinner, and we were dipping the ham and the prime rib into it. It has a bit of a horseradish taste to it. I wouldn't really say it was hot, but if you don't like hot or spicy food, you're probably not gonna like this very well. But it's good. I've had just about everybody that's had it absolutely loves it, and it's so easy to make. So,
well worth the time it takes.
And I was only 1 glass of gin. So you stir it as long as the gin is still around, and once the gin's gone, it's ready to go. That's one way to look at it. So I'm done. And I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, this is the cookbook that I got it out of. It's the Spirit of Christmas cookbook. I have no idea where I found this at. Probably at one of the many secondhand stores we go to. I highly recommend this cookbook for somebody. They have really great and really easy recipes in here. I've done honey taffy, I've done a special baked beans in here, I've done this, I've done some other ones from this, and it's just a wonderful book. Like I said, I have no idea where it came from. I just was looking through my cookbooks about 10 years ago and I found it in there, so I started using this for about every Christmas time. This is the one I use the most of, and like I said, I found easy simple recipes, and hopefully here in a couple weeks or a week or so, I'll try to post a video. I need help with this one of making molasses taffy, which takes 2 people to do to pull it. I have to wait for the humidity to be really low. If the humidity's anything 80 or above, it doesn't want to set up right. So, and it is good. The molasses taffy and the honey taffy is a #1 hit with a lot of people. Thanks, and have a great day.